blaming the Chinese. Everybody's to blame. Everybody's been doing the same thing since the end of the Second World War. And even before that, when the Treasury Department in 1934-5 set up a subsidiary called, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, they have a subsidiary. And in that subsidiary, which they funded, it's funded the Exchange Stabilization Fund. The Exchange Stabilization
Stay there, Bob. Come back with the Exchange Stabilization Fund, where you see gold and silver going. Phone calls. Rick Perry wanting to put troops in Mexico. It's all coming up. Stay with us. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow, step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com. Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Hello, Alex Jones has told you about the delicious, safe, easy-to-fix, and very storable food from eFoods Direct. He's also told you that eFoods Direct has the best food on the planet. Well, here's the great news. It's that time of year, and their holiday special is here. 2 holiday-priced packs for you to put into your reserve for a secure future or share with others. The first is a 6-month bulk supply in number 10 cans, and the second is a 5-week supply of quick and easy meals, including delicious bakery items shipped in heavy-duty totes. Both are special values for the holidays. When you order 2 or more of these special holiday packs, you'll get free shipping on the entire order. These holiday packs are always special combinations of food that are not available at any other time of the year. Call 800-409-5633. On the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633. On the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, Bob Chapman, there's a lot of economic news out there that I want you to go over. I want to get into the gold and silver markets, where you see them going, the type of manipulation we've seen in the last few weeks. Also, the huge announcements that they do want to cut Social Security. They do want to start a VAT tax, starting with something unpopular like Coca-Cola, soda pop, things like that. So all that's going on. They are announcing they want to start taxing the pension funds. I mean, this is insane. The austerity is here. So give us the big picture. But first, finish up with that organization you were talking about, trying to, quote, stabilize the currencies, and what's really going on with this fight between the U.S. and China.
Well, in 1934-5, the Exchange Stabilization Fund was formed within the Treasury Department, and right now it's probably got close to $1 trillion in it. And they go into the markets and they do what they want to do with currencies. They also use swaps to do the same thing, which I won't go into detail on. But essentially, we give 5 other countries money, and they give us their money, and we all go out and manipulate the market. The heat is really coming not only from China, but from Russia and Brazil and other countries that are big traders. And they're saying, look, we don't want your money coming in here, number one. And number two, we're going to continue to adjust our currencies as we see fit. So there's no meeting of the minds there whatsoever. The G20 was a good example. They couldn't get together on anything, another non-event. So it's going to go into tariffs on goods and services. And it's something the United States needs because we've lost 8.5 million jobs in 10 years. There's 432,000 companies left the country. We've got transnational corporations that are America-based that are taking all their foreign profits, $1.7 trillion right now, and putting them in the Cayman Islands. They're not paying taxes. 5 years ago, they got a tax holiday, and they were able to bring back $350 billion or $500 billion to the United States at 5.25% instead of 33% tax. I mean, all kinds of shenanigans have gone on. It's time to put it to rest, to an end. You were talking about taxes on soda pop. What's going to happen next if they get that passed? They will put a special tax of probably 15 to 20% on restaurants and dining out. That's usually the course that's followed by those who do that, those countries. What were some of the other things you mentioned?
No, I mean, really the VAT to expand out into cars, refrigerators, and this is in federal control and tracking of all commerce. That's why they're cracking down on garage sales, on cupcake sales, on people selling eggs or tomatoes on the side of the road. It looks like they're going to pass. It's passed out of committee. This internet censorship bill, I forgot to get to that. That's huge news today. Looks like they're going to pass the Food Safety Act that goes after the farms and ranches. I mean, they are hitting us with everything right now.
Well, they certainly are. And those are very visible. And during this lame duck session, they're shooting for the Food Safety Act, which you just mentioned, coming out of what was it, committee?
Yes.
Yeah. And then followed by the Arms Limitations Treaty, which they're very, very anxious to get passed. And Don't Ask, Don't Tell. The DREAM Act, which is the pathway for citizenship for illegal aliens. And there's no end to it. I mean, we're fighting like mad. We do have some big issues. And I think the biggest issue that's really hit the hot button of people is the TSA issue. But I think what's coming right behind that is the Federal Reserve issue, because they have to use the creation of money and credit to keep the economy going until they decide they're going to pull the plug. And during that process, they're going to have to, over the next 2 years, and I said this in mid-May on this program, they're going to have $5 trillion, 2.5 and 2.5 for QE2 and QE3. And that'll carry them through the next election. What'll happen after that, I don't know. And in the interim, we're going to have lots of inflation, and it may lead to hyperinflation as well. That means gold and silver are going to go right through the roof. I mean, they tried to hammer gold and silver down early this morning, around a half hour after the COMEX opening. They were unsuccessful. They banged it down about $7 or $8. It came back like a zombie, and they just can't kill it. And so next week should be a good week, in spite of the fact that Tuesday is options expiration for gold and silver options on the COMEX. And so we got a long way to go, and people should be taking advantage of working with Midas and getting gold and silver coins. It's not going to get any cheaper, and take advantage of getting that 1/5 ounce coin so you can get the International Forecaster free of charge.
Bob, shifting gears into censorship, here's Wired Magazine. Web censorship bill sails through Senate committee. We've been covering this legislation for a year. We've read the subsections on air. But even this report admits that it allows the Attorney General outside of any court, any indictment, any charges to shut down any website they wish at any time. On Thursday, the Senate Judiciary Committee unanimously approved a bill that would give the Attorney General the right to shut down websites with a court order if copyright infringement is deemed central to the activity of the site, regardless if the website has actually committed a crime. See, no judge, no nothing. They just do it. The Combating Online Infringement and Counterfeits Act is amongst the most draconian laws ever considered. This is Wired Magazine saying this, not us, to combat digital piracy, and contains what some have called the nuclear option, which would essentially allow the Attorney General to turn suspected websites off. So now we just suspect you. And here's another one. This is like China. This is a French news agency. Woman may be first in China persecuted over tweet. And she's being sent to a, quote, forced labor camp for causing disruptive social order, for basically criticizing the government. So that's what these internet ID systems do that Microsoft and others want. I mean, here we are in America, and they're saying no judge, no jury, no proof of anything. We'll shut down your website. We'll shut down your ISP. We'll do it whenever we want for any reason. And we go through this all the time on YouTube and other places. People will just file fake copyright stuff. It's not true. There's law firms running around suing people for posting, a couple paragraphs from an article. They're losing in court because it's fair use. I've seen that in the news lately. But the issue is that this will just say, it doesn't matter. The Attorney General's God. We'll do whatever we want. And this is what Cass Dunstein wants to do. They want to shut down the alternative media. And this lame duck group of criminals is doing this. We've got to get this repealed if they pass it. But it's sailed out of committee and has been bundled. And Reuters reports that both the food safety takeover of the farms and ranches is what it is. Nothing to do with food safety, written by Big Agra. That's set to pass now. It's got the votes. They're saying this is set to pass. I mean, this is insane, Bob.
Well, it certainly is. It just reminds me of Wo ist dein Papieren? And in German, that means, where is your papers? And it's the same concept. You do what we want you to do, or we'll shut you down. I wonder what they're going to do about the ISPs that are outside the United States.
They are now.
Good question.
They're now trying to sign an international treaty, which even Wired admits is secret, but was leaked a few months ago, where internationally they're signing deals to do the same thing.
We can have world revolution.
Well, look, this information, liberty, the fight against the globalists is already the hottest thing in the world. As they try to squeeze and restrict it, people are really going to want it, and it's going to verify everything we've said. And then as the rest of the tyranny comes in and abuses everybody, it's waking up all the sheeple. They're the ones waking up the sheeple, not us. They're the ones coming out with brazen classical tyranny.
Well, you're certainly right about that, and they're kind of messing in their own stuff. And that's going to create a problem for them.
Did you see the video clip of Jay Rockefeller saying he wants to shut down Fox and MSNBC?
No.
Well, think about that. Think about that. You've got the mainstream media who's being killed by the alternative media, and you've got the federal government and the corporate crooks that are being exposed. So they're in a perfect storm wanting to